A very good morning, children. In Maths, we were learning subtraction. So today we are going to learn word problems in subtraction. Here in your text, page number 38, we have a word problem. Let's read the word problem. A shopkeeper bought 67 fruit juice packs and sold 45 of them. How many juice packs were left with him? So what is the question? A shopkeeper is having 67 fruit juice packs and he sold 45 of them. So remaining how many fruit packs are there with him, we have to find out. For doing a word problem, we have to write the steps. We have already learned how to write steps in addition. So let's check that in subtraction now. Here, when you get a word problem, read the sentence 2 or 3 times till you understand it properly, and then find out what we have to do in that. Here, to write the steps, it's written number of fruit juice packs bought. So how many juice packs did the shopkeeper buy? He bought 67 packs. Number of fruit juice packs sold. Out of 67, how many juice packs were sold? That is 45. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out how many is remaining with the shopkeeper. For that, what we have to do? The next sentence also we can write number of fruit juice packs left, and we should subtract 67 minus 45. What's the answer? It is 22. So how many packs are remaining with the shopkeeper? There are 22 fruit packs left with the shopkeeper. This is the way how to write a word problem. Let's check another word problem. Seema had 35 storybooks with her. She gave 23 storybooks to her cousin for reading. How many storybooks are there with Seema? Here, read the sentence properly. Seema had 35 storybooks and she gave away 23 books to her cousin. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out how many books are there with Seema. For that, how can we write the steps? Let's check. Number of storybooks Seema had. She had already 35 books. Write that sentence first. Number of storybooks Seema had is equal to 35. The next sentence, number of books she gave to her cousin is 23. And we have to find out how many books are left with Seema. Total number of books with Seema. For finding out that, what we have to do? We need to subtract 35 minus 23. And what we get? 35 minus 23. The subtraction is the same process. 5 minus 3 is 2. And moving on to the tens position, we have 3 minus 2 is 1. So what is the answer? 12 books. So how many books are there with Seema? There are 12 books with Seema. Let's check another example. Here this is a question in your text, page number 38, question number 1. A vendor sold 54 mangoes on Monday and 72 mangoes on Tuesday. How many more mangoes were sold on Tuesday as compared to Monday? A vendor means a shopkeeper. And what did he sell? He sold 54 mangoes. On which day? He sold on Monday 54 mangoes. And on Tuesday, he sold 72 mangoes. How many more mangoes were sold on Tuesday? So what we have to find out? We need to find on Tuesday how many more mangoes were sold. We know that 72 is greater than 54. So on Monday only 54 mangoes were sold. And on Tuesday he sold more. He sold 72 mangoes. Now we need to find out on Tuesday how many more mangoes were sold. For finding out, let's write the steps. These steps you can take from the question itself. Now let's check the first step. Number of mangoes sold on Monday. How many mangoes did he sell on Monday? It's 54. So write the step and the number there. Next step, number of mangoes sold on Tuesday is 72. We have to find out the more number of mangoes that was sold on Tuesday. For finding out what we have to do, we need to subtract. But Here first one is 54 and the second step is 72. But understand the question properly. We need to find out how many more mangoes were sold on Tuesday. For doing that, we have to subtract 72 minus 54. So which is greater? We know that 72 is greater. So write 72 minus 54. We'll do the subtraction. 2 minus 4. Can we subtract? No. So what we have to do? We need to go to the tens place for borrowing. So here have 7 in the tens place. When we borrow 1 from 7, we get 6, and that 1 we are taking to the ones position and we get 12 there. Now we can subtract 12 minus 4 and the answer is 8. Moving on to the tens position, we have 6 minus 5. So how much is 6 minus 5? It is 1 and the answer is 18. Vendor sold on Tuesday 18 mangoes more he sold on Tuesday than Monday. So what we need to find out? Number of mangoes sold more on Tuesday is 18. We got the answer. This is how we write the steps for the word problems. We have another question, page number 38, question number 2. Let's read the question. 60 students enrolled for a school trip. 42 students turned up for the trip. How many students did not go? First, understand the question. What is the question? 60 students enrolled for a school trip. For a school trip, there were 60 students planned to go. 42 students turned up for the trip. Out of 60, only 42 students went for the trip. How many students did not go? What we have to find out? How many students did not go? For doing that, how can we write the step for this? Number of students enrolled for the trip. This sentence you can get from the word problem itself. So first sentence, number of students enrolled for the trip is equal to 60. Number of students turned up for the trip is equal to 42. Number of students did not go. That is what we have to find out. For doing that, what we have to do? We need to subtract 60 minus 42. And when we subtract 60 minus 42, how much we get? It is 0 minus 2. 2 is greater. What we need to do? We have to go to the tens position. We are taking 1 from the tens position, that is 6. We get 5 in the tens position, and moving on to the ones position, we get 1 here. Now we have 10 in the ones place. What we should do? 10 minus 2. How much is 10 minus 2? Yes, it is 8. So write that in the ones position. We have in the tens position 5 minus 4. It is 1. So how many students did not go for the trip? It's 18. Write this answer there. You can open your notebook, write today's date, write the heading, word problem, and do these questions in your notebook. Write the question, write the steps, and find out the answer in this way. We have one more question. Page number 38, question number 3. Arnav has 90 shells. He gives 66 shells to his sister. How many shells are still left with him? So Arnav, how many shells he is having? He has 90 shells. Out of that, 66 he gave away to his sister. What we have to find out? How much is left with Arnav? For doing this, how can you write the step? We can write number of shells Arnav has is equal to 90. Number of shells Arnav gave to his sister is equal to 66. How many shells are left with Arnav? Is 90 minus 66. So do this as your homework and find out the answer. In your page number 39, we have a question. Shivam bought a pack of colored pencils. The shopkeeper asked for rupees 13. Shivam gave him rupees 30 by mistake. how much extra money did he give to the shopkeeper? So did you understand the question? Shivam bought colored pencils. And how much was it? It was rupees 13. The shopkeeper said it's 13. And Shivam heard that as 30 rupees. And he gave away 30 rupees to the shopkeeper. So was it correct? No. He gave more rupees to the shopkeeper. Now how much extra money did Shivam give to the shopkeeper? For finding out what we should do, we can subtract 30 minus 13. So 0 minus 3. We can't subtract. We can move to the tens place. We get 2 here and 10 here. 10 minus 3 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1 and the answer is 17. So 17 rupees more Shivam gave to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper, what did he do? The shopkeeper returned the extra money to Shivam immediately. Which human value was shown by the shopkeeper? Present your views in 5 lines in your class on the importance of this value in our lives. What happened? That 17 rupees the shopkeeper could have kept with him, but he immediately gave away back to Shivam. By doing this, what did the shopkeeper do? He maintained honesty. He could have kept it, but he didn't do. So, in our lives, we should be honest. And by doing this also, he maintained the trust. So, we have to be honest, never tell lies in our lives, be honest and be trustworthy. Because trust once broken is broken forever. So, these are the values that the shopkeeper teaches us. Now, you can write 5 lines about these values in your notebook. So that's all for today. We have learned the word problems and you can write down those word problems that was given on the board in your notebook. So that's all for today. We'll wind up. Thank you.